Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm your banner pilot. Let's get on with the mayhem. Uh, so last time we left off on the mission before, the actual mission we were playing. So we're gonna have to backtrack a little bit, but it won't be that bad. I think I saved like right after we completed the objective, so. Alright, let's get on with this. I'm not going to read this because I read this last time, but I will read this one coming up after we clear off some of the aliens, though. So, there they are. I was like, I know they're here. Somewhere. Not in the heavens, though. Oh, got a little bit of monster fighting. Or infighting. Can't really call them monsters, they're aliens, so. Alright, I think we're in the clear for now. Security channel open, defense priority 120-F. Incoming message from Leela. I have some bad news. Durandal has gone rampant, and he is in the angry stage. This explains how Durandal was able to communicate with the Four and the Sphid, while I have not. Theoretically, the Marathon computer net is not big enough to sustain rampant growth for very long. This means that as Durandal grows into the computer net, he will begin to affect all aspects of the ship, resulting in unpredictable failures of otherwise benign computer systems. So, real quick, obviously, yesterday's terminal about rampancy kind of plays into Durandal. Pretty sure I already spoiled this whole thing before, but yeah. This is pretty much like the gist of the rest of the series, is the fact that Durandal is rampant, and yeah, we got to deal with that. So I have teleported you here to make sure that Durandal cannot gain access to a vital section of the ship. There are a series of control switches that you will need to activate to block his access. This is where you are now. Study the map so that you can do this quickly. Yeah, we're not doing this quickly. This is a really big and confusing map. Here is the first of 3 switches that you need to activate. Okay. Here's the second switch. This is the last switch. Be warned that the aliens have already entered this area. End message. Alright. So, technically I can look at that. This map is really freaking big, so, well, it's not really freaking big, it's a lot of corridors that kind of look the same. Like, I don't even know what the heck that was all about. Yeah, this is a very confusing looking area and stuff, so we're gonna do our best to get through this as fast as we can, but we'll see what happens. So I don't know what the heck I guess we read another terminal. That's the one that we read before, so if we go over here, is that another terminal? Wait, where'd it go? Oh, here it is. What? Oh, I'm stupid. So that room ends up over here. See, that's what I'm talking about. This level design is kind of... I hate to say it, but it's kind of trash. I do not like this level at all. There are so many there's so many different corridors and just similar looking hallways that it really just grinds on your gears after a while. But that's okay. We're gonna get through this. It's just gonna take a while. Ow. No, something's behind me. Oh. There's quite a few aliens in here that we have to deal with, though, so... yeah. Do have a new terminal over here, though, so... see what this has to say. Unauthorized access alarm 2521. Security breach 24-F. I'm not reading the rest of that. Data transfer cohesion E3F04C. Search string Christ. The Christ soul orbiters. Ooh, this is a good one. this kind of ties into what the marathon is, and it also kind of delves into some stuff from the newer game too. Part of the reason why a certain group is really mad with Earth. Okay, so the Crist Sol Orbiters are cargo and resource in-system transports, were huge ships shaped like a hollow potato. That's a terrible way to describe that. And designed to be able to move huge amounts of material between Earth and Mars with low cost and, theoretically, low maintenance. The system was simple. The Crist was put into orbit around Sol, that being our solar system, on the plane of the ecliptic. Built with a powerful solar sail, the Crist could change its orbit easily to pass by the Earth or Mars. On a flyby, materials could be loaded or offloaded. The energy used to accelerate or decelerate the materials would be supplied by the solar sail. Loading was accomplished with a giant tether and reel system, which would swing the material into orbit behind the Crist and then reel it in slowly. Offloading was accomplished with a powerful ion beam, which would pound the offloading material with a steady stream of ion particles. The design of the Crist was innovative and useful, but it was not low maintenance. Of the 5 Crists that were built, 4 lasted around 100 years, and the other one only 73 before they needed to be brought back to Earth and refitted. Each refitting took about 15 years and completely occupied the Earth spaceship building facility for that time. The result was that no more than 5 Crists could be kept in service at any time. No Crist was ever built after 2310. The Crist failures devastated Mars. As the first 5 Crists were built, Mars colony grew quickly, confident that the growth would continue, but when the source of Mars's resources failed, the colony found that it had overgrown its supportable size, and extreme poverty struck most of the population. Each time that a Crist broke down, the result was famine on Mars. The conversion of Deimos into the Marathon began when the Mars colony was at the height of its power. By the time it was completed, 64 years later, the decline of Mars was well advanced. Okay, I want to make sure I read that right. During that time, the Martian population had seen its standard of living drop by 80%. On top of oppressive poverty, Martians saw one of their moons being converted into a colony ship in an expensive and risky colony adventure, which was predominantly funded by a ruling foreign power. The argument to make the Marathon into a Crist became more and more popular, but the UESC never seriously considered this an option. By the way, that foreign power, I think, if we're talking about it from the new Marathon perspective, I'm pretty sure that's Traxxas Global. I'm not 100% sure on it yet because I'm still kind of learning the story of the new Marathon, but I think that'll become more relevant when the game actually does come out. So keep that in mind, though. Because this is like a good majority of one of the factions, or it talks a lot about one of the factions that you're going to be playing as, if you choose to side with them. So, where were we? The farther that Mars sank into the depths of poverty, the more that the Marathon became a symbol for the oppression of the Martian people. The declining Martian world. After the Marathon left Mars, the UESC's attentions focused primarily on technological development and the upkeep of the Crists. Mars was left to decay. Population continued to increase as attempts at mandating abortion or sterilization always started revolt. Yeah, I'd be pretty ticked off too if they forced people to get abortions and stuff. Weird idea, I'm sure, to some people, but, I'd be pretty pissed. Spurious interrupt. Breach disabled. Further access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Access denied. Alright, so that's a lot of information. That's a lot of world building, too. So, there is this government agency, or this revolutionary government called MITA, which is, I don't remember the name honestly, but they're this group from, oh, we got one of the buttons. They're this group on Mars, or they were a group on Mars, that took over the government and established their own called MITA. Basically, they rose to power because of like the famines and stuff like that, and when the marathon was being built. There were basically a bunch of angry people about based on just the way they were treated by the UESC, which is the Earth government. MITA lasted for like 3 years or 3 months. I can never remember which, but yeah, they ended up taking over, lasting for a short amount of time because they weren't really smart, unfortunately. I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that none of them thought, hey, the marathon's being made overhead, why don't we take that over and use that as leverage? Well, nobody thought to do that, so they basically just held their own on Mars, which nobody really cared about anyway, so obviously that didn't go anywhere, and their little revolution kind of failed. So, sorry, I'm kind of trying to figure out where to go. Oh, I really need to turn that off. Here's another one. But yeah, the MITA faction is one of the factions you can play with, or you can play for in the new Marathon game coming out. The ARG focused a lot on their perspective regarding the Marathon, its production, and just their history and whatnot. Pretty cool. If you haven't looked at the Marathon ARG, I highly recommend giving it a look-see, because it is quite the ride, I'll tell you that much right now. I think we need to go in there, because that was the last switch we needed, so... yeah, I think we need to go here. Oh yeah, a lot more things to go. Oh, we got it. Oh! That's how you do it. There's a switch up there too. Don't know what that activates, but we're gonna hope that it stays active. And that it's more than a one-time use. But yeah, I like the music in this section, by the way. Really sells just the somber tone of everything that's going on right now. So obviously, rampancy is not a good thing to have happen. Fortunately, oh, I see now. Rampancy is kind of like a worst-case scenario for any AI to go through, so pretty messed up that he's going through it. But we're going to find out more about why he's going through rampancy here in a little bit. It's not like Halo, where like it happens after the certain amount of time in their life passes or whatever. So it's not from just dying of old age or overthinking them. Well, it is kind of from overthinking themselves. Basically, from what I understand, I mean, we already kind of got the gist of it from... we got the gist of it from that one terminal yesterday about rampancy, but basically, an AI goes rampant from kind of essentially attaining self-awareness. So rampancy is basically just the process of them kind of losing their mind over the fact that they're realizing that they're not real and they can't really go beyond what they were programmed to do. And so basically the AI is going to try to go beyond its programming, which most, memory can't sustain because we're humans and we don't progress nearly as fast as like some alien races do, obviously. So that's going to come into play later too. Honestly, when we get to Durandal, there's going to be like a lot of like really eye-opening parts of the story and stuff. I feel like when we get to Durandal, this game really starts to open up, so... If it's boring to you right now, trust me, it gets a lot better. Just gotta give it a little bit of time and hope that we don't die. There's a lot of things shooting me here. Come on, where'd you go? There you are. Anyway, that was a pretty quick level. Honestly, I'm kind of happy with that. Usually I take longer than that, so just making sure that there's no extra ammo, because ammo is precious at this point in the game. Not so much later on, we get a lot of ammo. But anyway, message from Leela. Durandal has been denied access to some of the critical computer systems. This should ensure the mobility and reliability of the defense drones. Unfortunately, I have received a distress signal from some crew who had sealed themselves off in one of the nearby access areas. They say that they have lost control over the doors and elevators on the level, and that the four have access to the area. It appears that Durandal has reacted to our move against him by giving the four access to a formally secure area. We will have to deal with Durandal sooner or later, but we can't be distracted from the four attack. I only hope that his rampant behavior won't continually sabotage our defense efforts. I am sending you to go save these crew. Clear the area of aliens. If enough of the crew survive, then perhaps we can get an intelligence report from them. End message. Jump pad activation initiation start. Transport room ready. Okay, before we teleport, yeah, so this kind of this next level is pretty much just that. It's a clear out the map of all enemies type of map, with the side mission of saving as many allies as we can. So you're going to see humans in this next level. Here's the thing. Much like Halo 1, there's if you don't know, in Halo 1 there's a level where you get onto Halo and your goal is is basically to go around and rescue any living Marines in your area and stuff. That's great, but if you fail, it doesn't punish you. You can still go ahead and complete the level and stuff. Same rule applies here. The only difference here is you get slightly different text at the end, with her basically telling you, oh, you didn't save them all or whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, we are 95% sure to get that ending, because, spoiler alert, the crew members, called BOBs, which is it's an acronym. I think it's an acronym. I'm not too good with grammar. That stands for Born on Board, Bob. So every single human that you're going to see is a Bob. Bobs are really stupid. They will run around aimlessly. They are not armed. That won't happen until the second game, and they don't really arm themselves very well in the second game. The third game is where they're really packing heat. But in this game, completely defenseless. They're also incredibly stupid. They will get in your way, and they won't move unless you shoot at a wall. But odds are they're probably going to try to walk into you. And as messed up as it is, sometimes it's just easier to kill them and move on. I'm going to try not to, but just bear in mind there's probably going to be quite a few Bobs that we're going to end up killing. This level is kind of lame, but it's gonna introduce us to some cool aliens, so. Incoming message from Leela. Your mission here is simple. Keep as many humans as possible from being killed. Exterminate every alien in the area. You can only leave after the area is secure. There are some defense drones in the area, but I am not sure what condition they are in or how much help they will be. Believe it or not, they are actually extremely helpful. So, this is your current location. There are crew engaged in combat right next to your current position. Use the pattern buffer at this location as soon as possible. That's your save station. Gotta stop saying that. You can only leave by this terminal when you have secured the area. End message. Notice how she says we don't entirely have to save every crew member. We're just supposed to save as many as we can. So, those are the people, those are the aliens we have to fight against. That big lumbering thing right there is a Durandal, or a Hulk. We are going to do our damnedest to save these people the best that we can. Obviously, that's not really feasible. They go down in like one hit, so. But let's see what we can do. They went down a lot faster than they usually do. Yeah. Also, these green guys, the green guys are going to be kind of a problem later on. We'll get to that when we get there, but just remember, green guys are going to be a lot less fun to deal with down the road. Remember what these do. Oh, is there ammo in here? Yes, there is. Haha. All right. I don't remember what all these switches do. But yeah, the Hulk, or the Durandal, is this big Barney-looking thing. Well, I call it a Barney-looking thing because it's got a lot of purple on it. But yeah, they can do some serious damage. They can only attack at close range, though, so luckily we're not going to have to worry about them too much. And they only show up for like a handful of missions. For something as big as they are, you'd think they'd use them a lot more. Sorry, I think I just saved already, but whatever. I need to find a health station. I'm like hemorrhaging health right now. Oh, I could use it so I could get up there too. Dang it. Okay. Bear with me. It's been a hot minute since I've played this particular level. Oh, that turned off the lights. Keep those on. But yeah, see how they kind of just run around aimlessly and stuff? They don't really look for cover or anything like that. They're just running around and hoping not to die, essentially. Oh, you know what? I gotta go forward. That's why. Case in point right there. Guy got in my way. Can't really squeeze past him either. And I guess I should probably bring up the challenge that's associated with killing Bobs, because there is a dark humor side to Bungie games. So there is this challenge called Vidmaster. You probably have heard that from playing Halo 3 back in the day to get like recon armor. It's basically playing the game on the hardest difficulty, and sorry, I don't remember if there's like things that can kill me here. Playing on the hardest difficulty, there's like a bunch of other rules that you can do, but one of the things that you have to do is kill everything on the map in order to beat the level. That includes Bobs and any allies, so even security drones, they all have to die. So yeah, Bobs are kind of just there. That might be a bit of like social commentary on the class, or I guess the social class of Bobs, because Bobs I think are considered like lower forms of humanity because they only know or the only things they know about are what's on the ship, and that's it. Haven't been on Earth, so anyway. Incoming message from Leela. You have not sufficiently secured the area. There are civilians who are still in danger. End of message. So this is our end terminal, so that's good. You're gonna hear him scream, "They're everywhere!" a lot, so. Hope you like hearing voice lines over and over again. Let's see here. They're safe down there. Well, not really. On a ship full of aliens, but you get the idea. Feels like it's been forever since I've played this level. I mean, it kind of has. I started my playthrough marathon like quite a while back, so I don't remember every little thing. What is this though? I gotta figure out what other aliens I have to kill, because I know there's more than that. Oh, here we go. I think there's a Durandal in here. Oh my gosh, what happened? Wow, I got vaporized. I don't know what the heck that was, but yeah, that killed me good. Alright, I guess we'll be a little more careful next time. Alright, just making sure there wasn't anything else. Oh, why did I do that? I gotta go all the way back down now. They're everywhere! So, I guess I should say that friendly fire is definitely a thing. Not just for, like, your allies or whatever, but, well, not just for, like, me accidentally hitting my allies, but also my allies killing me. I am getting just absolutely wrecked over here. Every couple seconds, like, somebody blows up or whatever. Oh, come on, man. This health is precious, man. Oh, right. I don't need to do that. Sorry. I'm so used to, like, going through the entire area, because usually I'm playing, like, this, essentially, the entire time. Until enemies pop up, but, yeah. Well, let's heal up again and hope for the best. And hopefully not get blown up this time. Good grief. Fun fact about the Hulks, by the way, they're immune to explosives, I think, or splash damage. So, if you're planning on using grenades on them, don't. I think the direct impact does damage, but, like, the added damage of, like, the splash effect and stuff, does not. So, explosions that go off, like, around their feet, essentially, they don't do any damage, so. Does that go all the way up there? It does. I need to go up there, because I think that's a healing item, or a healing station. We're just about done with this level, too. Oh, no, that's a switch. Oh, that's for the lights, isn't it? I don't know what that was. Oh, well. Oh, it's to activate this elevator. That's right. Oh, yeah, we got a lot more to do up here, because there's, like, a whole, like, arena up here, essentially. I hope my health can take it. Thank God these things can't use, like, projectiles. That would just absolutely devastate me here. Those reload time skills. They're everywhere! Alright. I find it kind of funny that they're killing the crewmates, or the crew members and stuff. Because, like, the 4 are basically slavers, so you'd think that they'd be trying to, like, enslave them all, but I guess not. I guess humans are expendable. I swear if I die again, I'm gonna be so mad. A lot of things that could kill me here, though. I was hoping there'd be another health station. Oh my gosh. They're all coming out of the middle. And they're all on the sides too. Oh, that's where all the guys are. I gotta be careful because they're kind of all over the place. Alright, he's dead. Please don't take the elevator. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, that would not be a good idea to have him go in there. Come on, Barneysaurus Rex, let's go. Oh, I'm out of ammo. There's an achievement where, if you, like, kill one of these things with punching, you get, like, a little achievement for it. But, obviously, punching the strongest thing in the game is a pretty easy way to get yourself killed, so... You want to talk about awful rooms, this is a room where you can get stuck, because these guys, they get stuck a lot. I'll take that grenade thing, actually. But I need that ammo that's in there, so... Y'all need to move. Alright, never mind. I'm gonna let you guys slide. I want to see if I can get the good ending on this. Oh, there's still more stuff over here. Yeah, it's not doing nearly as much as I wanted it to. Oh, they're gonna fight each other. I think. Yeah, whatever. Thought they were gonna kill each other. Oh! Gotta love how dark this game is. Like, literally dark, I mean. Alright, I think we got everything. So we're gonna go ahead and move on. I'm hoping that's everything. I'm pretty sure that little center section was them saying, oh yeah, you did everything, so. Alright, we are gonna have to backtrack a little bit, but that's okay. All there too. Dang it. Oh! I don't like the AI in this game. The enemy AI is okay, but the allied AI, oh my gosh, it's so bad. Because these guys aren't gonna move. I'm gonna have to sacrifice them. Oh, never mind. Got him to move. There you go. Okay, shot him in the arm. He's fine. That's awful as that is. Oh, man. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Incoming message from Leela. You have allowed too many... What? You have allowed too many of the civilians to be killed. It is doubtful that any of the survivors will give us any useful information. What do you mean? There's like a whole butt ton of them. I only let like a handful of them die this time. Whatever. The aliens seem to have been caught off guard by the strength of our counterattack. This is good news, but I have detected more ships landing on the Marathon, and I fear that the aliens are reinforcing their efforts. End of message. Jump pad activation initiation start. Transport when ready. Oh, that dropped us right in the middle of everything. That's right. I remember this level. If I remember it right, I'm pretty sure I do. We're gonna be closing some airlocks, so none of these guys can get in. Hopefully there's a safe station, because I'm gonna end it here. Kind of keep it consistent with the uploads and stuff. Just 2 levels a day. I know technically I could probably squeeze this one in, but this is a long map too. Are there really no safe stations? Come on. I know technically it's accurate and all, but like they really should have like put in a quick save feature or whatever for the source port. Just modernize it a little bit. Somebody should make a plugin for that. I know I say that and somebody's gonna be like, you can make it yourself. But I'm sorry, I do not understand Lua code, so the most coding that I've done is like HTML and a little bit of JavaScripting. And yeah, JavaScripting is kind of where I drew the line. There's no save station. Dang it. Alright, you know what? That's fine. We were pretty much at the end of the last level anyway, so we're going to go ahead and call it there. Yeah, so another 2 levels down. Slightly shorter video than last night. Yeah. With that being said, I don't really have a whole lot else to say. We didn't really uncover a whole lot of story. I mean, apart from the Christ system, which is just giant starships that they basically just orbit around and drop stuff off for colonists on Mars. Like I said, that'll kind of play a big part, or play in part to some of the story and stuff in the new marathon game. But we'll delve into that more so when we find one of the terminals that talks more about MITA. I pretty much gave a pretty good idea of what MITA is already. But like I said, if you're looking to get into more of the story, totally check out the marathon story page. I also need to oh no, never mind. I think that's on the story page anyway. But yeah, check out the marathon story page. Again, there's a lot of information there. Be careful though, if you're not looking for spoilers, you could potentially spoil yourself rotten going on there. Because the entire story of this game, second game, and third game, all pretty much laid out on there. But again, really cool website. Totally check it out. But with that being said, you guys have a fantastic day, night, wherever you may be. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time.